Here I'm going to demonstrate output statements. Output statements use the cout object. Cout refers to the standard output device, and that is the screen. So we use cout in conjunction with what's called the stream insertion operator, which is kind of a mouthful. I'm going to refer to that as the output operator. It's two less than signs right next to each other, and you cannot have a blank space between them. So I'm just going to put some information that I want to display to the screen. In this case, I just want to display programming is great fun. So the information that needs to go out to the screen in this case is going to be a string. That just is a group of characters, so it needs to go inside of double quotes. Notice that when I type the first double quote, the second one appears, and it allows you to just type the string inside. When I'm all done, I'm going to put a semicolon. Okay. And I'm going to run the program so you can see what it does. See, it says programming is great fun, but then it says press any key to continue, which is right next to it. The press any key to continue is generated by the system pause. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another output operator, and I'm going to add endl. Endl is the end of line character, which will move your cursor down to the next line on the output screen. And I'm going to run this now. And you'll see programming is great fun, and the press any key to continue is on the next line. If you can always have as many of these as you want. So if I run this again, I have two endls, and you'll notice one moves down to this line, and then one moves to the next line, and the effect of that is leaving a blank line on the screen. In addition to endl, we have what's called the Newline character. This is a backslash followed by n. It's enclosed in single quotes because it's a character versus double quotes, which is a string, and this will be explained in more detail later in the chapter. If I run this, it does the same thing. So the backslash n does the same thing as endl. I tend to not use it because it's easier to type endl, but one thing that backslash n does allow you to do that you cannot do with endl is you can put it right inside of a string, and then it'll display the string followed by the end of line character. So that does the same thing. Each piece of output needs to be separated by an output operator, so you'll see I've got more than one here. Keep in mind the spacing before and after the operator is optional. This will still work, and it will not change anything on the output screen. But I think it looks better when you put spaces around your operators because it makes the code easier to read. If you do want to leave spaces on the appear on the screen, they have to go inside of your inside the double quotes. Let me give you an example. And I'm going to take this end of line character out of here so you can see. This is going to display two strings. And see how they're right next to each other? Well, I could add a space here or a space here inside this string or inside this string to get spaces to appear on the output screen. See the spaces here? Okay. So if I wanted to have a bunch of spaces, I could do this, but it has to be inside the double quotes themselves. Okay. In addition, you can break this into more than one cout statement if you choose. This is really your option. But for every cout statement, you're required to have a semicolon at